one tribe, I think it's in Congo, they file teeth, so they just do it in a tribe. I don't know why. Maybe it's like they consider it beauty, or it's something. It has some deeper meaning that I'm not aware of. Whatever. And they do it as a ritual when they grow up. Like as you're growing up, it's like an, when you're adulting, basically, from a boy to a man. I don't know if they do it to girls as well, I'm not sure. But they do it with no any kind of a numbing thing. Nothing, and they just sharpen the teeth. Like the front ones, they sharpen them like a tooth of a shark, and I just don't get it. That's insane. Another usage I remembered is like signing documents, right? I mean, it used to take printing something out, signing it, scanning it back, and then sending it. Now we just sign the PDF on tablet or on the touch screen of laptop. Actually like the features of what is called smart home. You know, like having a lock that you can unlock with your phone. Having bulbs that you can adjust with your phone. Having even sockets that you can basically turn off or turn on. So certain source can be turned on or turned off in case the device itself cannot do it. That is plugged to it. Or I can be on a train and yet clean my home because I can control the robot instantly. And that is really cool. Or there's many features these days. And I really like the idea of it. I was thinking about the smart socket, basically extension, in relation to boiler in a house. Like in case you don't wanna, like you're not gonna be home for next 10 hours. Why should the boiler be on? You can just set that you want it to be off for like 7 hours so that it can heat up within the 3 before you come, and that's it. So I really think these are really interesting features. If used properly, they can really be beneficial. So a lot of my time I spent researching about these things. I guess you could consider it being nerd in a sense, or geek, I don't know. Maybe in the comment section you can let me know what kind of smart home features you've tried or you have. We have camera in the house so that we can check the home. Like, sometimes it's very helpful because it is aiming at our door. And once I forgot back, and I wasn't sure if I forgot it or lost it, like if I forgot it in a bus. So I just looked through the camera and I saw it home and I was calm. So sometimes it's really handy, these things. Not to mention that it alerts you in case of movement. Like, it's really helpful. I guess that it will be very hard for my kids to party without my knowledge in the house. I mean, once the cameras are unplugged, you know, you'll still know. You might not have the evidence, but you know. And that's what I guess as a parent is enough to know. Electric scooter, not like scooter, like motorbike, but those kind of, I don't know what do you call them actually in English. Car, which is quite impressive. Like to move around city, I think that's the ideal thing. I mean, to avoid traffic. I assume like that's where it came from. I think that started up in LA because the traffic there is, I mean, everybody says the traffic there is crazy. I can't tell, I've never been there. But from the videos and knowledge that I have about LA, the streets seem very trafficy. So I always wonder, why don't people ride motorbikes there more? Why is everybody in the car? people here wait the entire winter to be able to kick the motorbike on the road. Like, it's quite funny because we have a car, but when it comes to shopping, it's only food that we shop with the car. Everything else we just order online. For example, in Kenya, they can load everything, literally everything on a motorbike. There's no limit. Sky is the limit. Literally. They really... I couldn't believe when we were expecting to have delivered a bed. Very solid wood bed, not this cheap beds that you get from all the furniture houses these days that wobble after 3 weeks. Very solid hardwood, custom-made bed that once assembled, it can withstand anything. And I was expecting a lorry to deliver it at least. Like, not a very big lorry, but those kind of pickup trucks, okay? And dudes arriving on a motorcycle with bed. Not assembled, just the parts, but once we started offloading it from the bike, I couldn't believe that he actually managed to drive with it. Because it took me and the driver of the motorbike to be able to carry it inside. So clearly somebody just loaded it on the bike as he sat on it. Probably 2 people. And the moment they released the bed from balancing it, he revved it to start the motorbike and went without stopping to a place. Otherwise I cannot imagine. But that's how everything is done there. They ride the motorbikes. To their knees. I don't know what's the craziest thing I've seen. Being driven on a motorbike in Kenya, but I remember it was a night and we were on the road walking, right? Like, not really a paved road, like by asphalt, but more like those dusty roads on the sideway. And we see a light approaching and hearing it's a motorbike ride. So we go aside, very much aside, like we were, let's say, 2 meters off the light. And we couldn't really see anything, just the light, right? And it still slapped us with some weed or something. They chopped some trees or whatever because they loaded so hard. So he drove with stuff on the bike. We went aside and it still slapped us in the face with some branches of tree or whatever that was. Somehow it's completely normal there. Like, even when you're Westerner and you start being there, you stop considering it weird. You just get used to it because it's so makes sense, like why not? If you're not unreasonable, crazy, reckless driver, then what's the thing? What's the catch? They use the motorbikes though, just for short distance, like around city, because the bikes they have are very slow. You know, here, motorbike is equivalent of speed. Their motorbike is equivalent of really slow transport that cars overtake. So that's also different. And our neighbor just had the need to throw away something. And she's coming out back. And it's like 10:30 p.m. But actually compulsory behavior is more often in people than one might consider. And some people don't even know they have it. That's the tricky part of it. So sometimes I feel like, should I tell her? Would she even understand? You can have even compulsory thoughts, intrusive thoughts. And people who don't really acknowledge this for what it is, they might think there's something wrong with them. Like some people compulsively eat, for example. So I think there should be really like more awareness about well-being and mental health, because once these things are acknowledged and defined, you can observe them like an observer instead of identifying yourself with it as it being you. And that's the funniest part on these things. It's really hot. I wish I could turn on a fan, but that wouldn't serve this video the justice of the sounds. But it's really hot. Okay, I'll trim them a little bit. I've been doing it for 50 minutes now. Clearly, I've been far off the hair. It's tangled. Once it gets tangled, that's it. Christmas are so close to each other. Like when it's summer, it already clicks Christmas in me because I don't know, it just really gets there from summer very quickly. And what I don't like about winter is the short days. The sun really starts doing something when it's like 9. And then it stops at 4 p.m. So you have really this darkness most of the months in winter. The day feels like it's ending so early, whereas in summer you are outside up to 10 p.m. and it's still light. So, and in 5 in the morning it's already light again, so really human beings need light, just like flowers. Otherwise it's just gloomy. I think that's why people that have, sea and warm weather, they're always so energetic. Whereas northern people seem to be like more reserved. But it's very wide generalizing, but you know what I mean. It's not like, I'm not trying to be stereotypical, but there must be some correlation of weather and human mindset, I think. And 3 to go. Boy, I didn't think this is gonna take me an hour. But these braids, that's really it, like, they're so small. Now I'm going to take the coldest shower ever. And I mean it, I do it. I just turn it on, completely cold. I let it kick the breath out of my chest. And I kind of love that feeling. It's they call it volunteering hardship. And that's the last one here. So if you made it up to here, I hope you're either asleep by now